So around this time last year, I had just finished applying to college. I had just, done my FAFSA stuff, where I was starting my FAFSA stuff. And I didn't really know what I wanted to do with my life 3 months before. I thought I was gonna go to school and be a lawyer or a doctor, and even then I still didn't even know which of those two I wanted to do, which is kind of crazy because I can't be a doctor. I can't cut into somebody and be like, yeah, sir, you've lost your arm. That may have been my fault. And I could not get in front of a room of people and be like, yes, so this is the argument I'm going to make today, and you guys are going to hear me out. I would have completely passed out. Yeah, those were obviously not realistic jobs for me, but for some reason, a couple months ago, or not a couple months ago, a couple months before I had planned to apply to college. Yes, there we go. Then I had to start realizing, what do I want to do with my life? And so I had to go back to little me and figure out when people would ask me, like, hey, what are you going to be when you grow up? And I'd be like, can I be a princess? I could totally rule the world with this. But the truth is, I didn't want to be a princess. Come on. Look at me. I would have made the worst queen, princess thing possible. I'd been like, I'm going to have 40 cats, guys. And then they'd be like, you can't rule the kingdom with 40 cats. And I'd be like, but no, seriously, like, when I was little, I didn't, when people would ask me what I want to be, I'd be like, I want to be a dancer, because I used to be in ballet and tap, and I thought that was so cool. I got really into tap after watching a lot of vaudeville movies. I really dig the vaudeville sort of musicals, like where it was Judy Garland and Fred Astaire, and Easter Parade mainly. That's my favorite musical. So yeah, I can't be a dancer though. I have 2 left feet. I wanted to become a singer. And that went great for a little while. I was this little girl that sort of belted out songs at random times in front of random strangers and wasn't afraid to be in front of a crowd and try to please the room, I guess you could say. But then around, I'm going to say 6th grade in middle school, I got afraid. I got really scared, and I didn't want to put myself out there. Basically, I would start choking up in front of people. I got nervous, and I wouldn't be able to hit the right notes. And so that took out a lot of other things too off the table. My mainly stage fright took a lot of things off the table, because I'd also at some point wanted to become an actress. So then I tried drama, and that was mainly to get myself out there, just to sort of push my own buttons and see what I could do in front of people. I joined chorus to do that, and I joined theater, and I did clubs in order to try to break out there, and I kind of liked it, As much as I liked being goofy in front of people, the pressure of having to be somebody else was what would make me totally screw up that part. So then, if I couldn't be an actress, and I did love movies, well, I could totally have been the director, right? My thought process as a child still baffles me. So yeah, I wanted to be a director at one point, because I was like, well, I like Tim Burton's movies and I like John Hughes movies, and I realized that when I thought about movies, I definitely did relate the movie with the director, and I was like, you know what, I know a lot about the history of directors, and this could be a thing. But then I realized I'm not very good at giving direction. I sort of suck. I can't be a leader because nobody would listen to me. I'm just sort of that person that's, you don't take orders from, you kind of push them around. So I'm the worker bee. I'm not the queen bee? I don't know where I was going with this. So yeah, director was off the plate. But then I realized, well, the reason I like movies so much is because I like the way they move. The whole, here's the story in front of you. And so I was like, well, you know what? Story, movie, books. I was like Yeah, I love reading books. I have tons of books. I'm always at the library. I'm always at Barnes and Nobles. I'm always getting a new book. There's always a new book in my hand, like every other day. So I figured, why can't I be an author? So I wanted to become a writer, and I wrote a lot of stuff for a while, and I still write. It's still a great passion of mine. But I haven't finished anything to like have it out there. So when I realized I had stories, I realized that I drew a lot to go with the story, which, as you can tell from my wall behind me. So that led me to start creating characters and designing them and realizing that some characters come out different looking than others, and you can't always fit that in a book. So that led me to making the career choice of becoming an animator. Because while I was in high school, I sort of began to create cartoon characters, and then I started to animate. I taught myself how to do frame by frame, which was nerve-wracking because I'd never done something like that, and so I put it together and it actually kind of worked. And I started to think of all the other things I could do with this, like all the other stories I could create just by animating. And so that led me to decide to major in animation and illustration, and I'm sort of proud of that decision. I think in honesty I probably would have been happy with any of the other things, but I had to be a little realistic with myself. I mean, I think that's why I ended up creating my YouTube channel, so that I could have another outlet to sing, to direct, to act, and even to write, because I mean, some of the stuff will be scripted because it's not all going to be vlogs where I'm just talking to you, camera to person, or guess person to person. There's just a camera in between us all. Now when I'm asked the question, what do you want to be when you grow up? I'm not going to answer with animator, because in all honesty, there was something else that sort of tied in all the hobbies I like to do, and that was storytelling. All the different things I like to do were just different mediums to get my stories across. And, well, I can use each one of those mediums here on YouTube. And I think it's going to be great because this gives me an outlet to perfect storytelling, I guess you could say, in different ways. So on here, you're not just going to see vlogs, you're not just going to see covers. You're going to see, obviously, some rants about daily life. You're going to see some animation, hopefully. You get some up. You're going to see skits, you're going to see parodies, you're going to see strange things. And so I hope you guys stick around and I guess enjoy what I am here to say. It's silly, right? So, hi. And I hope you stay to listen to my stories. And thank you guys for all the support so far. Oh, also, I know I promised that I would have my Celebrity Impressions video up next. There's been a little bit of a setback, though, mainly because I'm still recovering from the cold, and I haven't been able to film. I'm actually getting to the end of my cold, it feels like. I'm getting a little better. I actually applied some makeup on. I did my hair. I put on decent clothing. And it wasn't for a party. It wasn't for a Christmas party or a New Year's party. And it wasn't to go out. It was just to get gussied up and start feeling better. And I promise you that as soon as my throat can actually work with me and my nose can work with me, and I'm no longer a mouth breather, I will begin working on the video, because the video's got its dialogue already written. I've got the parts all worked out. I've even got props. Oh, I even got I got a GoPro for Christmas, which is nice. So I'm filming on that right now. So, yeah. I hope everybody had a wonderful Christmas. I hope you all enjoyed your New Year's. And let's make 2016 our year, right? Alright. See you guys. That's good.